Mamoswine. Today we are wrapping our mammoth in a scarf and turning on the turbo. With an excellent 130 attack stat, speed is all we need. A choice scarf increases our speed by 50% but locks us into the first move that we use. With stab moves like Icicle Crash and Earthquake, along with Ice Shard for priority, we also have Knockoff for great coverage and removing those items. What's up everyone, today we are highlighting Mamoswine. Thank you very much for watching these videos and commenting your suggestions. These games are extremely fun. I'm still using a similar team that I was to try and get stuff for Dust Talks, for Zoroark. I feel like I have some decent things. I really like this Primarina, so I want to keep using it, but I keep trying to shift things around, and I really want to get this Entei working. But today we are looking at our big Mamoswine. I know that I am scarfed. The set is a scarf Mamoswine, and I want to do a lot of fast damage. I also have Ice Shard on it just because I want that extra oomph, you know. But Charizard was a tricky Pokemon over here. You see how fantastic Mamoswine is by immediately taking out the Ninetales. Amazing. But Charizard, I knew that it will do a lot of damage, and I needed something to take the hit. Unfortunately, it was that Primarina which went down, but this Fortress has an excellent move, Rock Blast, which hits 2 to 5 times, but now only 2 times. And I mean, like, why? Why did it only hit that little time? I mean, now I know that because of Solar Power, Charizard's ability, it will get knocked out, but then it Mega Evolves and loses the ability, so it doesn't knock itself out. But little do they know, we have extreme speed. And Entei always comes in useful with that. I believe we have a Life Orb on this Entei sometimes, or a Lychee Berry. I think this one's a Lychee Berry, and they have a Rain / Sun team, which is really interesting because their Pokemon kind of fit both of them. I know that Weather Ball is a very common thing to see in these situations, and Pelipper has this Weather Ball. You know, it's a very strong move that doubles in power when there's weather, but we come up against, we bring out our Zoroark, and they would think that it's the Dust Talks. I was really hoping it would do a lot more damage and take it out. I knew that it would hit me with a Hurricane or a Weather Ball, so I didn't want to set up. But yeah, I mean, this was the best case scenario that we could do. I mean, Ludicolo comes in, takes us out. At least we took out their weather, so now we are in a position where we can do some damage. But this is where things get really interesting. I know that Ludicolo won't die to an ice move, so I really want, and I know that it definitely has Swift Swim because it's not the Rain Dish, so I know that it's moving really fast. I needed to slow it down because I did not want to have to use Ice Shard to outspeed everything, and a Giga Drain would be so detrimental. So I bring in this Mamoswine with the Dust Talks lowering its speed, and it works because we're scarfed, taking out this Ludicolo. I love Ludicolo, by the way. I really think I want to make a video about this. Heliolisk, another amazing Pokemon, gets one shot by our Icicle Crash. This is how powerful Mamoswine is. And now we reach the last Pokemon, Ogerpon, and we know how much damage this can do in the rain, but we miss our 90%. We miss it. It crits us, takes us out. That's just the way that the game works, you know. But I'm not upset about it. It was a fantastic game. And if you've reached this far in the episode, please do me a favor, drop a like down there. I enjoy it, YouTube enjoys it, and let's get back into the second one. This team that we come up against is what looks like a very bulky side with Eradicate. How often do you see Eradicates over there? But I like to start off with the Hisuian Zoroark. I feel like it catches people off guard, especially because people think that I'm going to be starting off with this Fortress. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I like to switch it around. But they missed their Dragon Tail, which is fantastic. And now our Poltergeist can actually take out this Garchomp. So we are set up. +1 attack, +1 accuracy with a Life Orb Zoroark, and now they know, they definitely know it is. And I know Magnezone always has Sturdy, but at least I would be able to take it down all the way because I don't want to lock myself into a ground type move against this because of the 2 Pokemon that can resist the ground type moves and are immune to it, which is Corviknight and Hydreigon, but they use hidden power. I think they were expecting switch. I don't know what type of hidden power that was, but nevertheless, they do not have a rapid spin stop So I bring out the fortress, we rapid spin those rocks away. Fantastic. They're Tinglu, annoying, bulky Pokemon, and they miss a 90% move. It just happens, you know, they missed it twice. I did that in the last game and other games. Frustrating, but what can you do? They hit the Ruination again, takes away half my health, but I don't mind. I did exactly what I needed to do, and in comes the Dustox. I know that Dustox is going to be faster than Tinglu, and I want to do one thing. I want to poison this Tinglu. I don't care. Dustox is fantastic. It does its job, and then it gets out. It gets out when you need it to, because now I can bring in the Mamoswine that can do a lot of ice damage. And I'm looking over here. They really don't have any ice resists. Look how much Icicle Crash does. 32%, not the greatest to Corviknight, so I know that I need to whittle it down a little more. It might use a steel type move, but then the Brave Bird, I love that they use that because it eventually lowers its HP down with the recoil. And surprisingly, I was faster, but I get the Hyper Voice off, I get that +1, and now we know Hyper Voice is going to take it out because we get the water type stab from sound type moves. Eradicate comes in and like, all right, this is probably going to be a fast hitter, you know, it's going to do something. And then I forgot that Eradicate actually learns Guts, which increases your attack power when you have status. But I used Aqua Jet, might as well. I knew that they were going to take me out with the Facade or some sort of move that they were going to use. So I thought, you know what, with the Burn chip, with the Aqua Jet chip, we can bring it into a place where I can probably outspeed with Mamoswine and do some serious damage. This Earthquake comes in, and now, I mean, they know that I'm fast. I think they know that I'm Scarfed, so why not go into a Hydreigon, right? Just go into a Pokemon. So I'm like, all right, cool. I know you want to do something. Let me go into a sack over here. I sack this Fortress. Now it's -2 special attack. And at this point, I think they think that they're going to win. So they're like talking to me and saying stuff. I think they're saying GG's, but I'm like, you know, I never say GG until the end. They think that this Tinglu will take out my Entei, and then I will be stuck into an ice move. Let's see how that goes. Well, we end up hitting the Sacred Fire. Fantastic. Still toxic. They come in, Flame Charge. I want to try and be faster than the Hydreigon, just in case. I don't know if it's Scarfed or something, but we live an Earthquake from a Tinglu, and we get our Berry to increase our attack by 1. So now we are very, very powerful. And the Sacred Fire actually takes out this Tinglu. So we are +1 speed, +1 attack. Now the Hydreigon is chipped 76%, and we can hit them with a really strong move. This shows that they're Scarfed because we are +1 and they are +1. Now they know I'm Scarfed. We know they're Scarfed, but I don't want to take a chance. An Ice Shard will always take it out. Even if it didn't take me out one time, I'm pretty sure we lived that. But that was a fantastic game. Thank you for suggesting Mamoswine. I'm going to keep trying to come out to 2 videos a week from now on. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all later.